Hello, this is Caleb with Garvin Sewer Service. I'm at 3066 East Hinsdale. We have our clean out in a closet, protection for the floor. This is where we do our sewer cleaning. We've had reoccurring sewer backups. We were out here 4 months ago, then yesterday, and then they've had about probably 5 or 6 calls in the last 2 years. This is the inspection to see the status of the drain. I've already done my locates for the problematic areas. I will zero out my distance indicator on the lower left-hand side. I'm going to clean off the head of my camera. I'll pause the video, be right back. Alright, now that we got good visual, let the water kind of run out. So we are starting our sewer scoping now. Our distance is zeroed out at the bottom of the sweep. This is cast iron we're looking at. Alright, right here is the first problem that we have. On the top, you can see that we have a crack. If you want to look at the top and to the right side, like in the 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock orientation, it looks like we got some roots poking through from the trees and the bushes outside. This cast is cracked right here, so I do recommend a spot repair. Just going to pull back and double check everything over here. There's always the possibility that whenever we dig up the cast, that some of it's is very brittle and will crumble, so a chase either way may occur, but at the time we will go ahead and say a spot repair right here. 13, it's saying 12, I got it recorded as 13 feet distance. We are close to the wall, the front of the house. I've marked it with tape. It is 1 foot and 3 inches deep, and it's underneath the desk, but I located it just before that. It's about 1 foot or so off the front wall, marked with tape. Pictures will be uploaded. Right here at 19 feet, we have our cast to PVC transition. So now we're running underneath the deck and then outside. So right here I have it recorded at 23 feet with the beginning of a belly. I've located that just on the other side of the deck, so we can avoid the deck for now. And this is where we have good pipe to band onto, and then we will go underwater for some time. Fairly deep. So we have a second belly between the two bellies. That is what's causing accumulation of water. I've located this turn marked with a flag. All these outside portions are marked with a flag. And then I have it recorded at 35 feet. We have good drain to band onto the end of the belly. So that is a 12-foot belly. I'm getting between 8 feet 6 inches deep and 9 feet 2 inches deep. Right outside, I did mark the turn, so we have 3 flags beginning the turn in the end of this belly. Again, 8.5 to 9.2. Bushes are in the way. All right, we do 45 down. We're heading, and then right here, just right here, I've located this spot. We have the beginning of our second belly. I've recorded that at, I think 53, but I'm gonna say 52, 51 and a half, 52, somewhere in that range. We get at the beginning of a belly again. This one's also pretty significant. When I first started, I ran water because there was toilet paper hung up in here, like there, and it's really hard to get all that out because of this, essentially like a lake, if you will, right here. We have PVC to SDR transition, and then I have it recorded at 63 feet. We have good pipe. It might be 62, so it's a 10-foot belly. It's pretty significant as well. Marked with flags. 10.1 to 10.3 feet deep. Again, 10.1 to 10.3. You have the PVC to SDR transition in that belly. Obviously I believe maybe a repair was made here at some point. Maybe not. But those 2 bellies are our culprit. That crack's not good either. That'll eventually become an issue, a pretty big issue. Even more so than a belly. Right now it's not, but it will. The more we snake it, the more likely it's going to become a problem. So I do recommend getting a spot repair on the cast inside. as well as getting our two bellies. One is got it recorded 12 feet long, the second one's 10 feet long, and they're pretty significant. First one's 8.5 to 9.2. The second one is 10.1 to 10.3. All of it marked with orange flags. The second belly is just in the middle of the yard. And we are dropping in at 89 feet to the city. City connection looks good. So we are avoiding the sidewalk in the street. That will not be necessary to mess with any of that. So we're in the yard for the two belly, the inside for the cast spot repair. I will write all this on the invoice notes, as well as this video with the audio. If there's any other questions, feel free to give Garvin Sewer Service a call. My name is Caleb. Thank you for your time.